want to solve for x. Can somebody please help me walk through how I would solve this problem for x? Oh yeah, much better. Much clearer. What will we do first? Divide both sides by 4. Love it. I'm going to do my work in green. So then that gives me 3 halves to the 2x minus 3 power equals 17/4. Then what? Do the log thingy. Okay, so then this would become log base what? Log base 3 halves of 17/4 equals 2x minus 3. Then what? Add 3. Oops, I put 2/3, not 3 halves. Divide everything by 2. And so then that gives me x here is going to equal, if I was exact, it would be log base 3 halves of 17/4 plus 3, then that divided by all of that divided by 2. Okay? Now we need to calculate that out. So depending upon your calculator is going to depend upon how you type that into your, how you type that out. If you have just a regular old scientific calculator, you can do this problem. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to go log or natural log, because you got to use change of base formula. So you're going to go log of 17 divided by 4, hit equals, divide that by the log of 1.5 and hit equals. Okay? Then plus 3, hit equals, then divide by 2, hit equals, bam, you get it. Okay? If you have a calculator that you can see what you're typing in and you can do logs with log base, you don't have to do change of base formula, then you can type it in as is. Like for instance on the, oops, I gotta close that out. Okay. On the Inspires, okay, so I can add my calculator and then, whoops, I gotta move this over a little bit, and then I'm gonna go, oops, I want to do a fraction because I got a fraction. My fraction is going to be over 2. On top, I'm going to go log base 3 halves of 17/4 and then plus 3. And so I get that then as my, and then when I hit enter, or when I hit equals, or if you did it on the other calculator, you should get 3.28427 something 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 0648697. What's that?
We were making a wish because it's 11:11.
Oh, it's 11:11. You were wishing that this.
Look over the board.
Okay. All right. So we get this as our exact answer, or we get approximately 3.28427. Okay. And we would tell you on a test or a quiz how many decimal places we wanted it rounded to, or we would tell you we would want the exact answer. Okay? Try that one. So you write it with one log.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would it be x squared plus?
Yep.
What did you say?
What's up? November 8th. We're going to sign up for whatchamacallit tomorrow. Dual credit. That's the word I was looking for. Dual credit. All right. So this would be what? Are you me? Oh, okay. So this would become the natural log of x minus 3 times x plus 4 if I apply the product property from the other day. And that's going to equal the natural log of 2 cubed if I apply the power property from the other day. Okay. Now that I've got natural logs on both sides, I can get rid of the natural logs on both sides. And then this would just become x minus 3 times x plus 4 equals 2 cubed. X minus 3 times x plus 4 is going to be x squared plus x minus 12. 2 cubed is 8. Exactly. Subtracting 8 from both sides, that gives me x squared plus x minus 20 equals 0. Exactly. Let's go. Because that's factorable. X plus 5 and x minus 4. Then I would say x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to negative 5. X minus 4 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 4. Yes? Now, with logarithmic equations, I can't fit it on there. Look at that. I have to check for extraneous solutions. If I plug in negative 5 back into my original equation, I get the natural log of negative 8 plus the natural log of negative 1. Somebody on a calculator, figure me out what the natural log of negative 8 is. I'll give you $1 million if you can figure it out. Doesn't work. Can't figure it out, can we?
Can't it only be positive?
Yeah,
Yes,
those
that means-
the argument that this part right here, remember, this part, and this part right here, those are all called the arguments. Those have to be positive when we're dealing with logs. So since they're both negative, -5 gets kicked out. Boom, gone. Let's go. Okay? Then we try 4. So now at x equals 4, I would get the natural log of 1 plus the natural log of 8. What's the natural log of 1? 0. So this is just the natural log of 8 equals the natural log of 8. Is the natural log of 8 equal to the natural log of 8? Yeah, so that one checks out. So the only answer we get here in the very end is x equals 4. Yeah? Love it. Excited to be part of it. Next one. Oh, yeah. Snap-a-lapa. Try that one. First step to solve for x. Nope. Okay. And then do what? And then do what? After you do that, what do you do? Divide by 200. So really what we're just doing is we're flippity-floppeting these. So this becomes, whoa, where did all my colors go? No, they're all gone. They're all not. Oh, I see why. There. Now all my colors were like, oh. Okay. So this is like 500 divided by 200 equals 1 plus 25 e to the 0.3x. 500 divided by 200, is that a reducible fraction? What you got? 5 halves. Okay. Now what? Subtracting 1 is like subtracting what? 2 over 2, so I get 3 over 2. Next, dividing by 25 is the same as multiplying by 1/25. So I get 3/50ths here equals e to the 0.3x. Now we convert it to natural logs. Okay, so what do I get? The natural log of 3/50ths equals 0.3x. What yeah? Now divide by 0.3. So x here is equal to the natural log of 3/50ths divided by 0.3. So depending on what style of calculator you have, again, is dependent on how you type this in. You would do, if you can't see what you're typing in, you would divide 3 by 50, hit equals, then hit natural log, then hit equal, or you might have to hit equals, you might not have to hit equals, then divide by 0.03, or hold on, I'm not done yet. Or you could go the, oops, there, that's my fraction, and then the natural log of 3/50, and then divide that by 0.3, and you get negative 9.3780357225333. Ooh, did something wrong.
Wait, why is it negative?
Why is it negative?
I don't know.
Can it be negative? Does that work out?
No. I don't know how.
Oh, now do it. Does that work out? What's a way that we can check to make sure it works out?
Plug it in.
Plug it back in.
Plug her in.
Huh?
Plug her in.
Now on my on the graphing type ones, I can store that as x. Right? And then I can say, well, I've got the fraction 500, and I'm dividing that by 1 plus 25 e to the 0.3x power. And when I hit equals, what should I get?
200.
I should get 200. If I don't get 200, we did something wrong. Luckily, we got 200.
Luckily or by smarts, we got 200.
I knew it was 200 all along. I knew that was going to be negative all along. Because it's a logistic function. Yeah? Yeah.
Is this what our formula is like?
Today? No, because can't use calculator today. Woo! Boy, did we get lucky.
Probably like easy stuff like I can't read to get
Okay? So it checks out. So we can put the box.
Watch it not be easy.